Hey there, I am Jeff and welcome to another video. Today I wanted to talk about the state of simulators or simulator games. It's something I've been thinking about a lot lately. Now, don't get me wrong, I always love simulators, but I feel like they're becoming an oversaturated niche. By this, I mean there's just a lot of them and they are starting to feel the same, whether it be using AI art for stored pages or using the same asset on Unity or just having similar mechanics. Now, this doesn't mean 100% of them are similar games, but ones I've played like Gas Station Simulator, Laundry Store Sim, Storage Hunter, Denizen, or Metro Sim Hustle, they do a good job at standing out in their own way. All right, first let's go ahead and check Steam just to give a visual representation of what I am talking about and just to help out a little bit. Here is my library right here. If I just type in simulator, I have played quite a few simulators, but let's go ahead and go over to the main store page, and we're actually going to type in store simulator. I already did it, but I'm going to do it once more. And if we go over here, look at the store simulators. Now, Supermarket Simulator kind of kicked off the store simulator genre this year. Then others got inspired by it. I wouldn't say they completely copied it, because even if you go to Supermarket Simulator, that game is put together from Unity assets. So others got inspiration, but the problem for me is everyone's starting to use similar assets and there's not as much originality when it comes to these simulators, because it feels like they're just getting pushed out every month or so. Now, first I want to talk about the AI art that a lot of these simulators and the developers will use to advertise their game. Now, I don't know if this is using one, but let's go check out Grocery Store Simulator. Heard good things about this game, been thinking about actually checking it out. I think it's a 4-player co-op Grocery Store Simulator, so thought about getting it for my buddy and I just to check it out, because I do like how some of these are starting to incorporate a co-op into their games. But let's scroll on down. Nope, it doesn't look like it uses AI art for their thumbnail. Now, you would know typically if they disclose it when it does. So I know Aquatic Store actually does disclose it. If we go down here, they say they use it for their Steam and graphics to advertise their game. As you can see right here, it definitely does look AI-ish. Or if we go over to, let's see, another one, Music Store actually does not. I do like Music Store Simulator. It was a good demo when I played it. And I just want to say, these very close knitted niches, I think that's the right phrase, where you're a niche in a niche, like building a guitar, building a bike. I like these simulators because they do stand out in their own way. Unfortunately, these reviews are mixed, but as you can see, they just use a screenshot of the picture, which is typically what I do for my thumbnails because I can't really do anything with art, and just the game logo. That's all you really need to do to advertise your game. Scroll on down, there is no disclaimer right over there. And let's just look at one more, and I'm pretty sure Clothing Store Simulator does use the AI part. Yep, for content for capsule images, and you can pretty much tell. And I know Supermarket Simulator, I believe, does as well. If we look that up real quick, I believe they still use oh wow, it didn't actually come up when I typed it in. Oh, I typed in simulator. Wow, I'm having a long day. Yeah, this image has actually been up here for pretty much the entirety of when Supermarket Simulator started. I know people have been hoping they update it. Hopefully they do soon. But let's go back in and type Store Simulator once again. Now, I did mention assets, and that is not a problem because Unity Store is there for a reason, to help these developers get out their games. And if you can't make assets yourself, but when you're mixing that in with the same mechanics, it's just starting to feel like a repetitive process and regurgitated content. I heard that people say that before on YouTube, but that is pretty much what it is. Now, if we check out Grocery Store Simulator, not saying nothing bad about them, but it looks like a lot of the same stuff you would do in, say, Supermarket Simulator or just any store simulator, like even Internet Cafe and a Supermarket Store Simulator. And you're pretty much doing the same thing, just with friends. It looks like it has different items. Nope, I recognize those items right over there. Now let's go ahead and go back once again. Let's go over to, let's say, Tech Store Simulator. Let's look at Tech Store. Here's Tech Store. Pretty simple with these assets, but let's look at these shelves real quick. Do we have shelves right there? Yeah, those shelves are right there. Now, if we look at that, and then we go over to Liquor Store, these shelves look the exact same. Although those same shelves are used in Internet Cafe and Supermarket Simulator as well. And you're pretty much doing the same mechanics with a lot of these games, which is just simple checkouts, simple stock, order the stock. And we're pretty much working regular jobs in these simulators, which nothing wrong with that. But when you're doing it over and over, doing the same thing from simulator to simulator, it can get a little repetitive. And it's kind of funny with a lot of these simulators, like the pedestrians are even the same. So like these are the same customers in a lot of the games I have played. Now, even with the same mechanics I'm talking about, with a lot of these simulators, someone's probably trying to rob you or something, and then you go beat them down with the bat. That's what a lot of them are incorporating, or even just cleaning and stuff like that. It's just getting repetitive, and I'm saying repetitive because it's very repetitive, and it's just gonna get annoying if I keep saying it as well. But here I am with loaded up Discord for the Supermarket Simulator Discord. The developer actually teased a upcoming update, but it's basically another repetitive thing. Over here we got a messy store. It looks like a baseball bat, so it looks like we're gonna be beating customers even in our supermarkets. So that is just another thing. Man, these simulators, they're really promoting the violence. And then it looks like something over here about tool wheel for crates. So this is another thing in an upcoming update. Real quick though, I did want to show off a couple of the simulators I said that I really like because they stood out. The first one I will give praise to, Gas Station Simulator. That is a simulator I loved since the beginning when it first launched. Unfortunately for console, they're getting delayed on the updates, and I try to update people as much as I can, but that is a different publisher for, or working on the console port, not Drago Entertainment. So unfortunately they're struggling over there. But let's go ahead and look at Gas Station Simulator. And I like these simulators that give you a lot more to do than your typical thing, and then has all these DLCs that are coming out, and they're still working on this game to this day. You got what is it? The tidal wave. You got the airstrip. The can touch this, the shady deals. You can hire employees. You can fire employees. You can buy stock. There's just so much you can do. Let's check out Denizen. This is not a game I played yet. I did get the demo. And wow, recently is mixed reviews, unfortunately. But I like these because I call these the ultimate simulator, because you have a job, you can choose which jobs you want to do. You have a wide open world to go out and explore, and then just looking at all these screenshots, buy a house, do all this stuff, and it's just really, really cool to do all those different things. And of course, I'll talk about Storage Hunter. Storage Hunter, I have not played a lot yet, but it's got very positive reviews from everybody. And I guess they recently had a holiday update, which is very, very cool. I'll have to check that out. But as you can see, you can go ahead and hunt storage items, and it's basically Storage Wars, which is pretty neat. And it's also an open world where you can buy different pawn shops, and I believe you can even upgrade your house and stuff, which I really like, just having more to do in some of these simulators, and it really does make them stand out. And real quick, if you're just curious about like where a lot of these assets come from, because I do get curious, here is the Unity store. And even if you just type in tech store, like here are some things that developers can get. And I find it actually pretty cool just going through this and seeing like the different types of things people are working on and what they're doing. Over here we got tech store. Let's go ahead and type in supermarket. Go over like that, and here's a bunch of supermarket assets. Let's go ahead and type in, I don't know, pedestrian. There we go. And then different pedestrian models and different systems to get them to walking. And overall, the Unity store, the asset store, is just pretty cool to look at, so I do highly recommend going and checking that out. And I don't want to keep dragging it on, but I just wanted to talk about it for a second. I want to get your thoughts and opinions. Like, do you think it's becoming oversaturated? Are you getting bored with any of them? Because I personally am. I don't know how much longer I'll be continuing with a lot of main simulator content. That's why, just a little channel update, I've been focusing on doing just variety and just enjoying games again, because I'm honestly just getting a little bit bored. But then again, I think about, where do we go from here with simulators? How do these developers make these games stand out and give them their wow factor to get you on the trending list and be a good simulator? Again, let me know your thoughts and comments on the topic. Like I said, this is just my opinion that simulators, they're becoming very oversaturated of a niche, because they're just getting pumped out every month or so, and then it's getting hard for them just to stand out. Join my Discord up over here in the top left hand corner, down below in the comments or the description. And until next time, remember to change that world one smile at a time. You never know whose life you can save or change. And as always, I can't wait to see you in the next live stream and or video. Love you guys.